Welcome back to 5-Minute Crypto. Just a quick urgent update on crypto right now. Experts are predicting volatility next week as the Coinbase IPO goes live. This is something I really haven't touched upon. The Coinbase IPO is around the corner and it's going to allow a lot of these traditional investors to kind of enter the crypto space. Experts believe that the Coinbase IPO launch next week will see a lot of volatility as Coinbase becomes the first crypto company listed on the Nasdaq. Market experts shared their thoughts on the upcoming IPO. The crypto exchange is set to be listed publicly this week, making it the first crypto to be listed on there. Now, I personally have no freaking clue what the valuation is going to be looking like or what the stock is going to do, but what we can know as of this point that this is going to be a risky stock and, quote, for a crypto investor that also buys stocks, it has the ability to diversify risks as there is a very profitable exchange platform that trades on another venue, stock exchange, whose flows of buyer and sellers can be less correlated than many crypto prices, he said. End quote. I would personally say that this could be a really interesting stock as crypto will most likely go on throughout these next couple of years to become more popular, yet this will also allow for a ton more people to speculate on crypto basically because if the Coinbase price goes down, that might actually have a really negative correlation with crypto. Because, well, if you think about it, Coinbase has a little fan base or interest in crypto. I mean, Coinbase and crypto are basically one. So as Coinbase price goes down, it could basically mean that crypto prices will be going down next. So the enthusiasm for crypto might be going down a little bit. That is something to really take into your consideration. Then investment manager Guggenheim warns of Bitcoin pullback, calls it great entry point for investors. Another really interesting point to make here. There will most likely be a ton of investors who want to enter the crypto space. We've seen it before. We are seeing and notifying ourselves every time of all these huge guys entering the space. But what we should not forget is that there are most likely some really big guys waiting around the corner for a huge sell-off or trying to fabricate a sell-off like that to actually get in cheaper. It's really not that crazy. The Guggenheim CIO appeared bullish on Bitcoin in December last year when he predicted that the price of Bitcoin could reach 400K, which he later clarified will happen somewhere in the range of 10 to 20 years. I would still say that's quite a long time. I think it will happen a lot earlier than that. But the bigger point is, as I just said, there could be a great pullback. If you think about it, some of these bigger institutions want to get in and they get their way, as you guys all know. They will get their way. So the only thing we're wondering right now is what company's going to do it and when. And is it really going to happen this way, or will they just be satisfied to buy at these higher prices because they can also manipulate the price upwards? On the same note, why this analyst thinks that hyper-Bitcoinization isn't too far away? Well, we've seen a ton of institutions come on in. From that perspective alone, it's really not that crazy, right? Hyper-Bitcoinization is around the corner. We all know it. Bitcoin, look at how expensive it is right now, quote unquote expensive. Look at what price it represents right now. Maybe that's the way I should put it. Brady here said over on Twitter, HODL FOMO is escape velocity. The 2017 run was driven by short-term retail and trader speculation, a fear of missing out on fiat gains. This run will be dominated by fear of missing out on adoption of Bitcoin as a reserve asset by individuals, corporations, and even nations. Quote, the macro conditions this time around are entirely different. As highlighted by Swenson, compared to the previous market cycles, investing in Bitcoin was no longer a speculative bubble, rather than a rational response to the debasement of fiat currencies at an accelerating rate. Investors were looking for a store of value to protect their money from losing its purchasing power, he claimed. Bitcoin buyers and hodlers are not just looking at Bitcoin as a way of making money, but truly seeing it for what it is, a hedge against inflation and the hardest money the world has ever known. Swenson pointed at the Bitcoin Renaissance model and noted, Renaissance only, and noted, money is the pillar of civilization and our money is broken, it's breaking down, it's crumbling. Swenson also spoke about hyper-Bitcoinization and the possibility of currencies being built on top of Bitcoin, be it sovereign, corporate, independent like the Lightning Network, and that accordingly the market will choose their preferred currencies. Obviously, guys, Bitcoin is here to stay. We all know it. A small little correction or pullback, whatever, wouldn't be too crazy. It would be a good thing because then I can finally buy some more. I've only been buying alts right now because it's altcoin season in my opinion, but I really wouldn't be against a little pullback right here to get a little bit more crypto for the cheap. As we all know, there is no way to stop crypto anymore. It is here to stay. Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000, in my opinion, guaranteed. Altcoins are going to be here to stay. The question is which ones? Of course, we have a good basket and we are diversified, but still, it's here to stay. And the only question is, when will we go down? How low will we go? Well, next week could be a really big week because of the Coinbase volatility. Keep that in mind. I really didn't know too much about it, but keep that in mind. It could be really crazy. And yeah, that was it for today's update. Let me know what you think about this, and make sure you press the like button because we have no ads, all right? Make sure you press the freaking like button and subscribe for more crypto updates because it's about to be freaking crazy, man.